Hello, welcome back to this mini series on how to be your own boss with franchising. I am kind of rounding up the series in this episode. So we've spoken to the lovely Ruth Brown from Home Instead about what it is and the kind of scale of the opportunity. We talked to Sahel and Tasmin about actually what it's like to be a franchisee, and the brilliant Andy from HSBC all about the money and how you get into it and how you get the funding. And now I'm bringing all of that together with Imogen Clarke, aka Imi, from Home Instead, who's going to tell us really how we get started. But Imi, tell me first of all about your role and how you fit in.
Of course. So I'm head of franchise development at Home Instead. So basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of supporting somebody and overseeing that decision-making journey for them. So as soon as they pick up the phone or they email me, I'm the first person that they speak to when they're looking at franchising. Whether that's a new territory, so somewhere where Home Instead hasn't been before, or a resale, it's both. So I'll be supporting them through introducing them to franchisees, kind of giving them as much information as they need to make the best decision for them, right up until they go on to new owner training and they kind of graduate as franchisees.
Oh, lovely. So if you're the first person that speaks to them, can you spot a potential franchisee? Are there certain things that you're looking for?
Definitely. You definitely get a gut feeling. Absolutely. We are looking for people who match our culture and our values. So with elderly care, we're delivering a really high quality service, and that's really important. So I need to make sure that those people have that same passion. They want to go out into their local community and support people. So you've got that really big aspect that's so important for us. But then you're looking for people who are good with other people. They are driven, they're ambitious, they're motivated, they've got energy, they're ready to get going. Absolutely, they're positive, all of that kind of thing. If we just look at the last year, we usually expect about 10 franchisees to come on board each year with us. Last year we had 20. But we get about 1,000 inquiries. So the kind of conversion rate is very low because we're looking for that right type of person.
That's so interesting. You get 1,000 inquiries, but last year you had a big year and it was 20. I'm trying to work out if I was better at maths. It's like 0.5%, I think.
I'm not the best person on that.
I'm both like, but it really does show that it has to be the absolute right fit on both sides. I know that generally when people come to you, they're thinking about a new franchise and a new territory, kind of starting something. But what happens when somebody's decided that actually it's time for them to move on to the next thing? Do you ever get sort of resale territories?
We absolutely do. And I think because Home Instead is the age that we're at, so we're 15 years old now. Some of our franchisees are starting to retire, especially kind of the ones that have been around a little bit longer. And that's a really great opportunity for people who are looking for a business that's already established, because you're walking into a business that's profitable, that's got a team in place, it's got a really great reputation, that they can kind of walk into and just really seize the opportunity and grow from there. So of course, with a resale, the price is going to be higher. However, I know you spoke to Andy Brassani. The banks are very comfortable in funding resale opportunities as well.
Well, I guess they've got the proof, haven't they? They can see that it works.
Exactly.
So tell me a little bit about the process they go through. Let's imagine that we're in one of those 20 people who absolutely know they want to do it. They want to get involved. They want to start their own franchise. What are the first steps? How can they find out more?
Of course. So there's so many avenues that you can go down. I mean, I would personally say that you start looking at the industries that you're interested in, that you've got a passion about, and that might be more than one industry. And there are different ways. So you can go on the BFA website that I think Ruth mentioned earlier on. You can go onto different online directories, franchise websites, franchise magazines. So that'll give you an idea of the industries and the different companies, just so I suppose you know the scale of what's out there. Then franchisors will hold their own discovery days. We were really lucky that during lockdown, we held virtual discovery days for people to attend, so they can find out so much more Now, a discovery day can range from probably about 2 hours to a full day, depending on the franchisor. But the idea is for you to get loads of information about the model and what you'd be expected to do day to day, as well as a deeper insight into the financials as well, so you can see if it's viable for you.
Are there any sort of key questions that people should be asking when they do these franchise days?
Definitely, definitely kind of what do you look for in a franchisee and what do you expect from me? How long is the franchise agreement? So how long is that relationship with that person? I think really important is, when do you expect to break even and what are the funding opportunities with banks as well? But also as a franchisor, how long have you been around? What is your support like? I would say part of the process, I would hope, and I'm kind of pretty sure that every franchisor will introduce prospective franchisees to existing franchisees within their network. We absolutely do. We do that after the discovery meeting. And we always say it's really a great opportunity because you get to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we want them to know that, because if they can't handle the ugly, then they're not right for Home Instead. So really open and honest policy, I suppose. And you're hearing from people who've been there on the ground and done what you're looking at doing.
And I guess that's, as you said, that bit about being really open and honest, and just also putting like, well, I'm worried about this, or what happens if this happens, or what do I do if, asking those questions that you perhaps wouldn't ask to a franchisor, but you can ask to a franchisee who's been there and lived it.
Yeah, and I suppose you can probably, because you're looking at businesses and working at home and things like that and having that balance, but buying a business or starting a business is probably the biggest decision you'll ever make because it impacts on your financials, your house, your family, everything. And we see that as such a massive, massive decision. And, you need to make sure that you've got all the information that you could possibly need. So that's why you need to have those open, honest discussions. Absolutely.
I love that. Thank you for being open and honest with me. I've really enjoyed chatting to you. The lovely Imi from Home Instead there, giving us the kind of starting points, what to ask when you first meet someone, how to get into it, and just that really honest idea that actually it's good to be honest. Like, be open about what you want and what you're worried about, and you'll get the information you need. If you need more information, I'm going to put it in the comments where you can have a look, all the places that Imi referenced there, and also all the details for Home Instead. But if you need anything, I am sure they will be happy to chat. So please do get in touch and check out the earlier videos from the series too.